Recording in progress. Yeah, good evening. See, exception handling you're learning. I'll ask some questions, give me answer. How many types of exceptions are there? Types of exceptions, not types of errors. Types of exceptions, two types. Types of errors are three. Okay. Types of exceptions, two. Okay. See, types of exception, two only. What are those? Checked and unchecked. Checked exceptions, unchecked exception. Which are checked exceptions? If the class is derived from exception class, that is called checked exception. Which are unchecked exceptions? If the class is derived from runtime exception class, are called unchecked exception. Which type of exceptions are compulsory to handle? Checked exception. If you don't handle, what will happen? Compile time error occurs. Checked exception must be handled by programmer explicitly. Otherwise, compile time error occurs. Is it compulsory to handle unchecked exception? No. Why? System handles implicitly. What purpose programmer has to handle? To display user-friendly error message. To display user-friendly error message, we have to handle. Otherwise, it is not required. Okay. Now, how many keywords we use in exception handling? How many keywords? 5. What are those? Try, catch, throw, throws, and finally 5 keywords we use. Okay. In try block, what we can write? What we have to write? Task code. Catch block, error message. Error message we are writing. Try catch blocks you studied, but throws finally not completed. Okay. First, before going to throws finally, myself I'll create one exception. Myself I'll throw the exception. Myself I'll handle the exception. Everything myself I'll do. Then you'll get a more clarity with that complete exception and you'll understand. Okay. Now, all exceptions are in Java language. All exceptions are which in Java language? Classes. Classes, no? All exceptions are classes. But if you want to create your own exception also, it should be a class. Now, what I want is, I want to do like this. At the command prompt, I'll execute this. Okay. At the command prompt, I'll compile the program like this. After this, I'll execute the program like this. Now, I'll compile the program like this. I'll execute the program like this. Now, I'll compile like this. I'll execute like this. It is called command line argument. You study, no? Command line argument, which type received? Which format received? String format. String format it will receive. This string, if 5 is now string or integer, string format received. How to convert into integer? ParseInt method. Okay. After converting, I want to calculate cube. I want to display. This is my task. Suppose if user enters negative number, then I don't want to calculate. I don't want to calculate cube. I want to throw an exception. Myself I am creating. Okay. That exception I want to display. See, for every exception, class name only printed, no? Array index bonds exception, number format exception, and arithmetic exception, like that. Here, I want to display negative number exception. Negative number exception, not there. I'm going to create. It is not there. That class is not there. Negative number exception is not there in Java library. Myself, I am going to create. Myself, I'll create. Okay. See, this is my task. I'll compile the program. I'll execute the program. While executing, if I pass positive number, cube of that number should display. If I pass negative number, I want to display negative number exception. So this is my task. Now, how to do this one, we'll see. But this class is not there. We have to create. This is we have to throw. We have to handle. Everything we have to do. Okay. Now, I'll ask questions. You have to give answers. With your answers, I'll write the program. Okay. Now, I'll open Edit Plus. File, open. Now, we are going to create our own exception. We are going to create our own exception. What is the exception class name? Negative number exception. You already studied. All exceptions are classes in Java. So our exception also must be a class. So what do you write? Class negative number exception. Okay. Class negative number exception. Okay. After this, you already studied how many types of exceptions are there? 2 types. What are those? Checked exception, unchecked exception. Suppose if I give an exception class in the Java library, whether it is checked or unchecked, how will I identify? If the class is derived from exception class, that is checked exception. If the class is derived from runtime exception class, that is called unchecked exception. Like that you can identify. Okay. Now class name, open brace, close brace are written, but this exception must be either checked or unchecked. You cannot create one more category. Exception and number of you can create. One more category you cannot create, because JVM knows only 2 categories. One more category if you want to create, you have to develop JVM first. Okay. Otherwise not possible. Now, all exceptions are classes in Java. So my exception also class. All exceptions are classes in Java. My exception also class. Okay. After this, what we have to do? This exception also must be either checked or unchecked. Now I want to create checked exception. Then what we have to write? What do you write? Extends exception. So it is checked exception. If you want to create unchecked exception, runtime exception. It is unchecked exception. That's it. Clear. Okay. So if the all exceptions are classes, so our exception also must be a class. All exceptions are classes, so our exception also must be a class. Class name, open brace, close brace. There are 2 types of exceptions: checked exception, unchecked exception. Checked exception means it should be derived from exception class. Unchecked exception means it should be derived from runtime exception class. Suppose I created checked exception. Okay. Now it is empty class. That's it. No need to write anything. Empty class. After this, another class. Main method. At the command prompt, we are passing one number. At the command prompt, we are passing one number. The number we have to receive. Command line arguments are received by main method. It will receive. Which format received? String format. Now, array index begins with 0. That means args of 0. first argument. That is, we have to convert into integer. How to convert? ParseInt. ParseInt method in which class? Is it instance method or class method? Class method. How to call? With class name integer.parseInt. Return type int. Integer dot parseInt. Args of 0. Integer dot parseInt. Args of 0. Okay. Now this x, first we have to check whether it is positive number or negative number. If it is positive number, I want to calculate cube. If it is negative number, I want to throw exception. For that, one method, void cube, which will take integer a. Okay. Now here, this x value I'll pass to this method. Now, is it instance method or class method? How many ways to access? What are those? Which class object required? Demo d equal to new demo. Okay. D dot cube. Now that x I'll pass. Okay. This x copied in a. If it is positive number, if a greater than 0, then system dot out dot println a into a into a. Else, we have to throw the exception. You studied already. Whenever exception occurs, then what will be happen? Object created by JVM, I said no. Here we have to create object. Okay, object. Which class object? New negative number exception. Is it object? Yes. This type of object is called anonymous object. Whenever exception occurred, if it is negative number, exception occurred, then object created. After creating, it is passed to catch block. So how it will pass is throw keyword. Throw keyword, if you write, it will throw. Okay. Now, but in a library, this method body, it is hidden. Suppose example, parseInt method. ParseInt method body. Can we see parseInt method body? No. Like that. But with the decompilers also are there, we can do it. That is possible. But directly, if you want to see, no, not possible. Now, this method body, it is hidden. Only this line appears, no, in a library. If you type any library, see at the command prompt, java p java.lang.integer. See, this all only method name only appears, method body will not appears. Now, will it throw exception? No, because there is no throws. Now, will it throw exception if I ask? No, because throws not there. Actually, it is throwing. We have tried throws. Throws negative number exception. Okay. Now, so whatever I created exception, I applied to this method. Number format exception applied to parseInt method. See, actually here you observe. Now here parseInt method. Actually, parseInt method in which class? Integer class. Is it throwing exception? Yes. Which exception? It is one more class. Now parseInt method will throw number format exception. ParseInt method is available in integer class. Now cube method, will it throw exception? Yes. Which exception? Negative number exception. Cube method in which class? Demo class. Like that only, no. parseInt method will throw number format exception. But parseInt method in which class? Integer class. Cube method will throw negative number exception. In which class? Demo class. So it is like a parseInt It is like a number format exception. It is like an integer class. That type I given. Okay. Now you observe. Now, whatever I created here, that is applied here. Whatever I created here, that is applied. Okay. Negative number exception class, myself I created. I applied to this method. Okay. Now, if you want to call this method, see, if you want to call this method, how to call? Already you know. Now, if I ask questions, give me answer. Now, what is the method name? ParseInt. Is it accessible? How do you know? Public. Is it instance method or class method? How do you know? Like that you are giving answer. Will it throw exception? Yes. Which exception? Number format exception. Okay. Like that, this method I want to call. Now, is it instance method or class method? How do you know? There is no static. How many ways to access? What are those? Which class object required? Demo class. I created demo class object. I created demo class reference. With this reference, can I call? Yes. Now, here, will it throw exception? Yes. Which exception? Negative number exception. Is it checked exception or unchecked exception? Checked exception. Because is it compulsory to handle? Yes. If you don't handle, what will happen? See, if I compile. Sorry, I didn't save. It is not saved. File, save. The previous program compiled. Now, compilation. See, you are getting error, no? Now, unreported exception, negative number exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. You are getting this line error. Once again, listen with more concentration. This method I want to call. Okay. Now, this method, is it instance method or class method? Instance method. How do you know? There is no static. How many ways to access? 2 ways. What are those? Object reference. Which class object required? Demo class. Demo class object I created. Demo class reference I created. With that reference I am calling. It will take integer. I am passing integer. It doesn't return. I am not writing. Will it throw exception? Yes. Which exception? Negative number exception. Is it checked exception or unchecked exception? Checked exception. Is it compulsory to handle? If you don't handle, what will happen? Compile time error occurs. It occurred. My question, carefully listen and give answer. Okay? It is confusion. It is confusion concept only. My question, carefully listen and give answer. Is it syntax error or exception? Is it syntax error or exception? Think yourself and give answer. My question is it syntax error or exception? Is it syntax error or exception? Multiple answers coming now. Now, first of all, how many people answer syntax error? Just raise your hand. Okay. Next. How many people answer exception? Raise your hand. What happened? Exception answer given. Online students given 14 members exception. Okay. See. Now, you already studied. Syntax error means compile time error, runtime error. Compile time error. Exception means runtime error. Okay. Is it compile time error, runtime error? What is this? Compile time error. Compile time errors are called? It is syntax error. It is not exception. Actually, what we written here, if negative number, if you enter negative number exception, I'm displaying. That is my task. Actually, number also I didn't enter. Is it entered? Number also I didn't enter. After entering number, if it is number is positive, cube. Number is negative, exception. But I didn't enter number also. It is not exception. It is syntax error. See, unreported exception, negative number exception must be caught. See, for understanding, every statement must be terminated with semicolon. Every statement must be terminated with semicolon. That is syntax or not? Yes. If you don't write semicolon, what will happen? Syntax error, compile time error, semicolon expected. Like that comes, no? Every checked exception must be handled. Every checked exception must be handled. That is syntax. If you don't handle, compile time error, syntax error only. What system showing? Must be caught. Semicolon not there, semicolon expected. Try catch not there, try catch expected. How to solve this error? We have to write try catch block. How to solve this error? Try catch. Semicolon not there, semicolon expected. How to solve that error? Semicolon you have to write. How to solve this error? Try catch we have to write. So what system saying? Write try catch it is saying. Got your mind? Must be caught. It is not negative number exception. Negative number exception must be caught error. Negative number exception must be caught error. Okay. Now, how to solve this error? Try catch. Try catch. Negative number exception. Here, object reference. System dot err dot println ne. It is object reference. Whenever object reference is passed as a parameter to a method, implicitly which method called? ToString method called here. Here, in a negative number exception, ToString method is not there. Extends exception. In that class also ToString not there. That super class is throwable. In that class exception, ToString is there. That is executed. You will get output. Now I'll explain two times. I'll explain. Listen with more concentration. Listen. See, I'll compile this program. Java C demo.java. Okay. Program successfully compiled. Program successfully compiled means there is no syntax error. Program successfully compiled means there is no syntax error. Okay. I'll execute. While executing, I am passing one number. Something I entered 6. Now, this number is called command line argument. Command line arguments are received by main method. Okay. It will receive. That is stored in array. Whatever I enter, that is stored in array. From that array, it is extracted. Args of 0. That is first argument. First argument index is 0. It is extracted. This is converted into integer. This is converted into integer. Okay. After converting, object created. That is referred by D. With the D, cube method called X. Okay. Now that X value, whatever I passed at the command prompt 6, that is passed to cube method. It will receive. Now 6 greater than 0, true. Then what is printed? 6 cube. That's it. Suppose if I enter -9, what will happen? See, -9 received here, -9 extracted here, -9 converted into integer, -9 passed to here cube method, -9 received. Now condition false, else block. Now here what throw keyword will do is it will throw the object. This object will be thrown here, received. This statement will receive negative number exception NE. This will receive this object. Okay, negative number exception NE. This object received. Okay, here implicitly toString method called. With the toString method, class name printed. Negative number exception. Now again line by line I'll explain. See here, first of all exceptions are in Java language classes. That's what my exception also class. All exceptions are classes in Java. That's what my exception also I created as a class. How many types of exceptions are there? 2 types. What are those? Checked, unchecked. Our exception also must be either checked or unchecked. Any one we have to do. Checked exceptions derived from which class? Exception. Unchecked exception derived from which class? Runtime exception. Suppose I want to create checked. That's what? Extends exception. This is creating exception. Okay. Negative number exception myself I created. Number format exception already created. That is applied to parseInt method. Like that, negative number exception I applied to cube method. Now cube method, it will throw exception. parseInt method, it will throw exception. parseInt method in integer class. This cube method in demo class. What do you mean? So parseInt method in integer class, it will throw number format exception. Like that, cube method in demo class, it will throw negative number exception. I created, applied. After this, if you want to call this one, here logic are written. The number is positive, cube. The number is negative, throwing exception. Okay. Now this method, instance method, for calling this method, object required. Object I created. That is our effort, D. With the D, I'm calling. But it will throw negative number exception. It is checked exception. Compulsory you have to handle. If you don't handle, compile time error. That is the reason try catch blocks. Whenever you pass object reference as a parameter, toString method called. NE is a reference of which class? Negative number exception. In this class, any toString method is there? No. Then if not there, in this class you have to check. That class you can check. Java P, java.lang. Exception. Here, toString method, see, not there. Any toString method is there? Not there. If not there, in which class you have to search? That superclass, throwable, throwable superclass. Okay, throwable. In throwable class, toString method, see, it is there. So this method called. With this method, we are getting output class name. It will return class name, exception class name. Like that, logic already written. Suppose in throwable also not there. Assume throwable class also not there. Then where we have to search? Again, superclass you have to search. Any superclass is there? Any superclass is there? Not there. Not there means which will be there? Object. Implicitly object. There is no extends keyword means there is an object. Implicitly object. If object class toString is called, what will be the output comes? Hash code comes. But that's what object class not called. Throwable class called. This is not easy. All people cannot understand this toString method. But it further every day comes. It is nothing whichever, whenever you pass, if you concentrate, you'll understand. Okay. Whenever you pass object or object reference as a parameter, toString method called. In that class, toString is there or not, you have to see. Not there, superclass. Not there, superclass. Not there, superclass. Like that up to object class. Even one more thing what you can do, no need to see the library also. Write the program, compile and execute. If you are getting output hash code, object class, confirm. It is confirm. Suppose output you are getting other, then you have to see the library. Now, are you getting output hash code? No. That's the reason you can see the library. If you are getting output hash code means it's confirm object class called. That means in between, in a hierarchy, toString not there. Like that you can understand. That is one way. Okay. Here. Here. Once again you see compilation. It is compilation. It is execution. Java demo 5. First 5. 5 received here. Okay. 5 received. Extracted from that array. Now converted into integer. 5 will be stored in X. Demo class object created. That object referred by D. With that cube method called 5 passed. 5 received here. 5 greater than 0, true. 125 printed. Suppose if I pass -5, -5 received, -5 extracted, -5 converted into integer. Now -5 in X, -5 passed, -5 received, false. Then object created. That object passed to catch block. So throw keyword will throw to catch block. Catch keyword will catch. That's the reason names are like that. That is throwing, this is catching, like that. Okay. So this object will be thrown. It will receive. Okay. It will catch. Then what will happen? Negative number exception NE equal to new negative number exception. That object is there, reference is here. Object will be thrown by cube method, received by main method. Cube method will throw, main method received. This catch block will receive. Here error message printed. Okay. Now this is program to create and handle checked exception. Now write it. Program to create and handle checked exception. Instead of object reference, where here you can write user friendly error message. Program to create and handle checked exception. You already studied primitive type variable, reference type variable. Now this is primitive type variable or reference type variable. What it contains? Hash code. It contains hash code. But are you getting hash code? No. Why? ToString method called. That is the reason hash code not coming. Which class ToString called? Throwable class ToString. That notes I'll give. Note down. I didn't explain till what is the difference between throw and throws. I'll explain. Write this program. Program to create and handle checked exception. So write the program. Throws I have to explain, not completed. Is it over? Now, is it checked exception or unchecked exception? Checked exception. Okay. Now, if you want to make it as unchecked exception, what are the changes required in this program? Just exception place, runtime exception. Okay. Now, unchecked exception, who will handle? System handles. If I remove try catch block, will it compile? Will it compile? Yes. File, save. See, compilation, execution. Negative number. It is system handled. That's the reason like this came. So here, program to create unchecked exception. What I did, you observe, just extends runtime exception. Okay. Here I'm not writing try catch block. It implicitly handled. Write this one also. Program to create unchecked exception. Is it over? See, nothing will happen. We can write now. Throw keyword, throws keyword. I'll explain. Listen. Throw keyword. Not done. Throw keyword. It is used to throw an object of exception class. It is used to throw an object of exception class to a catch block. It is used to throw an object of exception class to a catch block. It is used to throw an object of exception class to a catch block. Okay. Throw keyword. It is used to throw an object of exception class to a catch block. Now, here you observe this is throw keyword. What it will do? See, this object pass it to catch block. It is used to throw an object of exception class to a catch block. But throws keyword different. Write it. Throws keyword. It is used to apply an exception to a method, and it is also used to handle exception. It is used to apply an exception to a method, and it is also used to handle exception. It is used to apply an exception to a method, and it is also used to handle exception. I'll explain. See, whatever we created here, that is I applied here. Whatever we created, that is I applied. Suppose if I remove this line, whether exception is there or not, can you identify with your only declaration? No. If you see the method body, you will understand. But this is our method, we can see. But library method, we cannot see. That is the reason this is required. What do you mean? Seeing this line only, you will understand whether exception is there or not. No need to see the method body. No need to see the method body. Okay? Without seeing the method body, you can give answer. Okay? Now, that purpose applying. Now, if I remove runtime, this is checked exception or unchecked exception? Is it compulsory to handle? Yes. If we don't handle, what will happen? Compile time error occurs. File, save. See, you are getting error. Unreported exception, negative number exception must be caught. Now, how to solve this error? Try catch block. Try catch negative number exception. Now, something any system.err.println any. Okay. File, save. compilation. See, successfully compiled. Actually, here what I can see, it is also used to handle exception. I said, write it. There are two ways to handle exception. First one, by using try and catch blocks. Second one, by using throws clause. It is not class, clause. By using try and catch blocks and by using throws clause for this kind of exception. See, there are two ways to handle exception. First one by using try and catch blocks. Second one by using throws clause. There are two ways to handle exception. First one by using try and catch blocks. Second one by using throws clause. Now, is it over? See, first one by using try and catch blocks. Example. By using try and catch block, example. By using try and catch blocks, example. You write this one. Only this part, write it enough. This part, write it. How many ways to handle exception? Two ways. This is one way. Now, one more way I'll give. One more way also I'll give. Is it checked exception or unchecked exception? Is it compulsory to handle? Yes. If I remove try catch block, will it compile? No. File, save. Compilation. Okay, you are getting error. What you are getting a read? Unreported exception, negative number exception must be caught. Must be caught means try catch blocks, but are declared to be thrown. That means throws. System only saying no. Either write try catch block or write throws. Unreported exception. It is not reported to compiler, to JVM to handle. If you report, then only it will handle. Unreported exception, negative number exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Must be caught means try and catch blocks. Declared to be thrown means throws. Now I'll write throws here. Throws, negative number exception. I'll write. If I write, it will compile. File, save. But how it will handle? I written again throws only actually. So here how it will handle is, if you write throws here, Java compiler implicitly provides try catch. That means at last catch block only will handle. If you write throws, what is happening? We are informing to compiler, I am not writing try catch block, you write try catch block. Then it will write. Okay. So what we are going to inform to compiler, I am not writing try catch block, you write try catch block. Then try catch block added by system. That means at last try catch block only handled. If you write throws also, try catch block comes. Okay. It is one more way to handle. Write this one. Example. Second one, example by using throws clause. Example. By using throws clause. Example. Write this one. Only this part write it. So throws, negative number exception. If you write, it will handle. Actually, it is throwing. It is also throwing only. But who will handle? Catch block will handle. But where is catch block? Implicitly provided. So write it. In this approach, try and catch blocks are implicitly provided by Java compiler. In this approach, try and catch blocks are implicitly provided by Java compiler. In this approach, try and catch blocks are implicitly provided by Java compiler. Okay. See, if you write try catch block yourself also, try catch only handle. If you write throws also, try catch only handled. But where is try catch? Implicitly. Now, what we have to do in further what you have to do, you have to open library while writing any program. Suppose like this, I'll open one class. It's on class. Here, this is constructor. Okay. Now, how to identify constructor? Class name, method name, same. What is the class name? File input stream. Here, what is the method name? It is constructor, no? No, it is constructor. Is it accessible? Yes. How do you know? Public. Is it default constructor or parameter constructor? How do you know? This is string. Will it throw exception? Yes or no? Which exception? File not found exception. No. Is it checked or unchecked? Is it checked exception or unchecked exception? What is it? How do you know checked? IO package name, that is. How do you know that is checked? Is there any in the hierarchy? Is there? That class is not there. But how you are giving checked or unchecked means you are selecting one answer. Which one? Throws exception is there. Okay, throws. But it is checked exception or unchecked exception? My question. How to see? If the class is derived from exception class, checked. If the class is derived from runtime exception class, unchecked. But we have to see the library, no? Or directly you are giving answer. So I asked checked or unchecked. You are selecting one answer. How do you know? This class, if it is derived from exception class, checked. If this class derived from runtime exception class, unchecked. But whether it is derived from checked exception or runtime, we have to see the library, no? How to see the library? Java P, java.io. File not found exception. So file not found exception extends IO exception. IO exception extends exception. That means checked exception. Your answer matched. You guessed it, matched. Okay. So actually we have to see the library. Okay. Now, if I give one method, if I give any one method, library method or library constructor, whether will it throw exception or not? If I ask, can you identify? How will I identify? If throws keyword is there, there is an exception. Throws keyword is not there, there is no exception. You can give answer. After that, whether it is checked or unchecked, can you identify? How will I identify? With Java P command. Okay. With the Java P command, you have to see the library. If extends exception is there, checked. If extends runtime exception is there, unchecked. That is one way. One more way is there. That method, while calling, don't write try catch block. Compile. If you get an unreported exception, must be caught. That is checked. Otherwise, that error will not come. No. So, without seeing the library, also possible. Without seeing the library, one more way. Write the program, compile. Write the program and compile. If you get it message, unreported exception, that exception class name must be caught or declared to be thrown. That meaning it is checked exception must be handled like that. One is through Java library you can identify. One more after compilation you will identify. One more with knowledge also we can identify. How? I given last one difference. Checked, unchecked. You open. Checked exceptions, last point. All application specific exceptions are comes under this category. And last one more point in runtime unchecked exception. All general exceptions are comes under this category. If the exception is specific to one particular topic, that is checked. Common to all topics, unchecked. Like general, suppose this is file not found exception, IO exception. It will occur only input output related. That is only input output related programs only it will occur. That is checked. Interpreted exception, that will occur only in multi-threading. SQL exception, it will occur only in JDBC. Servlet exception, it will occur only servlets. JSP exception, it will occur only in JSP program. Like that, one particular area only occurs. That is checked. All places may occurs, unchecked. Like that, we can identify. That is today not possible. After learning completion of core Java, after completion of core Java library will understand. With that, you can give answer. Okay. Suppose present, whether it is checked or unchecked means you have to see the profile only. Okay. Now, suppose one more you see Java P, java.net.socket. Now here will it throw exception? Yes. Which exception? Socket exception. But socket exception is checked or unchecked, we have to see. How to see? Java P, java.net.socket exception. Socket exception extends. IO exception extends. That means it is checked exception. Is it compulsory to handle? Yes. If you don't handle, that's it. Further, what we have to do while using library, whether exception is there or not. See, exception is there, checked or unchecked. Find out. Checked, write try catch. Unchecked, don't write. That is only further. Further, we are not going to do anything. We are not going to create exception. Thousands of exception already created. Understanding purpose program given. Okay. Further, what you have to see, the method throws keyword is there or not. See, throws keyword is there. Exception is there. Whether it is checked or unchecked, find out. Checked, write try catch block. Unchecked, don't write. That's it. Okay. So how many keywords are there in exception handling? 5. What are those? Try, catch, throw, throws, finally. Try block, what purpose? Task code. Catch block, error message. User friendly error message purpose will write. Throw keyword, it will throw the object. Throws keyword, after creating you can apply as well as you can handle. Okay. Last one, finally block. It is used to perform cleanup activities. It is used to perform cleanup activities. Cleanup activities are closing a file, closing a socket, closing a database connection, dash dash, etc. Cleanup activities are closing a file, closing a socket, closing a database connection, dash dash, etc. Finally, block is executed even exception occurs. in a program. Finally, block is executed even exception occurs in a program. It is used to perform cleanup activities. Cleanup activities are closing a file, closing a socket, closing a database connection, dash dash, etc. Finally, block is executed even exception occurs in a program. See, here, finally block purpose is it is used to perform cleanup activities. Cleanup activities means closing a file. Suppose already file open, you want to close. Closing a socket, it will comes in a network programming. It will come in Java streams. It will come in database connection, advanced Java. Already file open, you have to close. That is cleanup activity. Network socket open, sending receiving purpose, but you have to close. Database connection open to work with the database, you have to close. That type of code we have to write in a finally block. If you write in a try block, what is the problem? If you write in a catch block, what is the problem? I'll explain. Then you will understand why should be required finally block. Okay. Finally block is executed even exception occurs in a program. That means cleanup activity, any one activity required. This is next topic only this is. So finally block over. In the next topic, opening file, closing a file is there. In the topic only this one I'll explain. So in tomorrow class only we'll see this. Tomorrow class only finally block we'll see. Okay. At the time I'll explain. Tomorrow we'll see continuation. See tomorrow Java streams and serialization. Up to here language. From tomorrow onwards applications. Whatever you learn up to here, each and every point if you remember, you can understand subject. Otherwise not possible. See, online student, they forgot subject, question and question they're asking. It is happening, no? You observe. What they are asking, you observe. If you want to, all visible to you know, see. See, -9 converting into integer. See what they're asking. -9 also integer only. +9 also integer only. Converting integer required. No? So actually, why -9 minus plus this all why given? That is one number, negative number exception myself I created that purpose. So different questions coming. No reason you observe. What they're asking, you observe. Catch block. Catch block is not there. How it will handle? I said no. Implicitly catch block provided. Like this. This type of questions comes. Okay. See. Otherwise, again and again explain. They'll ask. Repeat. 1.5 hour I explained through keyword related only. But again, they're asking, repeat again. So, first class to today class, whatever I taught, with this knowledge only tomorrow onwards. Every point required. So, first class to today class, whatever you learn, that is language. Tomorrow onwards, application. If you are perfect in language, application development possible. Okay, we'll see continuation tomorrow. I'll clarify your doubts. Wait 5 minutes. Online students, wait. Online students, just wait 5 minutes. Now, online students, now ask me your doubts. Raksha, what is your doubt? Other syllabus means core Java or other subjects? Santosh, advanced Java. Other subjects means you have to contact admin. You have to contact admin only. Otherwise, you can see the website. You can see. See, if you open nareshit.com website, you can see. Because negative number exception myself I created to explain. Raksha, you open Naresh Shetty website, you can register, you can join. You can join Sharma. Yeah, you can join in DevOps class. Amit Kumar, converting into to integer, where it is command line arguments, it is string format only will receive, no? -5 also integer only, -5 string only. It will take string format. Command line argument received by string only. That is already taught. Sneha, just you better to attend offline class or one-to-one class. Neha, better to attend offline class or attend one-to-one class, one faculty, one student, that type of class. It is more better. Already I explained, it will receive string format. At the command line, whatever you pass, that will be received like a string format. Java demo 5. This 5 nothing but string. Core Java not finished. Core Java not finished. Still 1 month is there. Still 1 month is there. Core Java not finished. Still 1 month is there. It will convert string to integer, not integer to integer. Whatever we are passing at the command prompt received like a string. That string, your query I'm clarifying, but you are continuously asking repeat. I think you are learning Java also, Selenium also working. How you are doing, I don't understand. Because already I explained command line arguments. Command line arguments, which format received? String format received. String format to integer format. But into to integer you are asking. See, observe what you are asking. Not first question. You see the chat box. 1.5 hour asked, repeated, you are asking. See, finalize concept you are asking. Finalize concept, final keyword, finalize. These three will they understand today? All at a time. Think yourself. It is already 100 students online, 100 students offline, 200 students. But every 2 minutes, one question coming in a chat box. How can I teach? Think yourself. Think yourself. 200 students are there. Online 100 students, offline 100 students, 200 students. How to take care about all students? No. Every 5 minutes, one question comes in chat box. How can I give reply? Think yourself. Everyone should think. Not only you. Every student should think. Those who are learning very first time Java, for them very difficult appears, no? How they'll understand? Think yourself, Java not easy. New students, many are there. So many new students are there. But how they'll understand? If I clarify your doubts in between, every student should think, not only Neha, all people I'm saying. Every 5 minutes, one question comes in a chat box. But how the new students will understand subject? If I clarify every 5 minutes, one doubt. So you should think yourself, because new people will get a confusion if the flow is missed. While teaching, if the flow is missed, they cannot understand. New people. Majority students, very first time they are learning Java. How they'll understand? What I'm saying, right or wrong, you analyze, then believe me. Because learning Java, learning language is not easy. That too 4 or 5 times I repeated today. Yeah, new students cannot understand. Yes. That is only I'm saying. Because every 5 minutes, one question coming in a chat box. Then if I clarify, new students, they cannot understand subject. Because majority students are very first time they are learning Java. For them, very difficult appears. That too, IT students will be there, non-IT students will be there. I have to take care about all students. Now here in online, what will happen? On working employees also will be there. And the job seekers also will be there. Pursuing students also will be there. I have to take care about all students. That is my duty. Pursuing student I have to take care. Job seeker I have to take care. Working employee also have to take care. But all people have to take care, no? That is my duty, no? Any other doubts? I given mail ID also. If any doubts are there, you can mail to my mail ID. Every weekly once I'm giving replay. Every Sunday I'm giving replay. For all students, I'm giving replay. Hundreds of mails coming. I'm giving replay still. Now, any other doubts? I have to clarify. That is my duty only. I'll clarify your doubts. But in between while teaching, if you ask, new people will get a disturbance. See here, at the command prompt, whatever you pass, that will be received like a string format. String format to integer format we are converting. For that, parseInt method we are using. It is not converting into to integer. It is converting string to integer. Okay. Finalize method. Finalize method not related to today class, but finalize way different, finally different. Finally, exception handling topic. Finalize garbage collector topic. Whenever garbage collector collects the garbage, then finalize method called. Final keyword is there. Final keyword, it is used to prevent the value of the variable. It is used to prevent the method definition. It is used to prevent inheritance. final, finalize, finally. These three similar appears, not same. Final keyword used to prevent value of the variable. Okay. Finalize method is, that is different. That is garbage collector calls up finalize method. Any other doubt? So any doubts are there, you can mail to my mail ID. Definitely I'll give a reply. This is my mail ID. But in between, while teaching only, if you ask new students, they'll get a confusion. Any doubt, you can mail to my mail ID. I'll give a reply. Okay. See, it is my duty. Definitely I'll do. I'll clarify your doubts. I'll give first priority to my duty only. Definitely I'll reply. I'll give reply. But those who are learning very first time Java, those are non-IT students, those people will face the problem. For them, very difficult appears. That is the reason I'm saying. Non-IT students, they cannot understand, very difficult for them. IT students, okay, but non-IT students, that too, it is not one-to-one session. 200 students are there. That too, online, offline, both are there. Okay. If you get any doubt, mail to my mail ID. I'll give reply. Otherwise, end of the session, I'll give time for doubts every day. You can ask.